How? On the top left of Gresvan we have the teal player playing Protoss. It is Icarus, also known as SRL. No cap.
That's good. And in the bottom right, playing for Team PigPan, even though it doesn't say it in front of his name, it's Jaxx. Oh, nice observing, bro.
Oh, I have all the fancy moves.
All of them.
It's like 3 buttons. They're very hard to press though.
Yeah, you have to move your left hand all the way to the right side of the keyboard. If you have to page up, page down.
No, that's the fun part. As a caster, I keep my hand most of the time on the left side, on the right side of the keyboard.
Do you even play the game?
At the present time, not anymore.
If you would play, would you play for Team PigPan or Clan PigPan?
I'm pretty sure I played once for PigPan and I lost because of a misrally on the natural with the workers. I had like 17 dead idle workers in the natural.
You know, SRL, he made a pylon on the natural and he cancelled it. But I really like that he made the pylon, so he can scout the main and block the natural.
Yeah,
Just
it was a very good block by SRL so far, forcing his opponent to get the third base position for the natural. Always annoying. And Jaxx is already a little bit thrown off his game, I would assume.
I think it's also kind of normal to have your hatchery on the third base.
At this point, yeah. I mean, but it's always annoying. I see Zerg players constantly complaining that they don't really like taking that base, and rightfully so. It gets a little bit harder to defend against Adepts all in and all that fancy stuff.
And Jaxx is taking the 2-minute third base. And that's very suspect. If I were Ezreal and I saw this, I would already be feeling like some kind of ling rush. Because all of the Zergs, the normal Zergs, they take that 2:30. But Jaxx here is taking it 2 minutes. And that's very suspicious.
Yeah, not too many drones coming out of Jaxx so far. It could be a Lingo in by any means.
Ezreal behind this, making a Twilight. Quick warp gate. Feeling like adepts here.
Yeah, it feels like adepts. I would love to see a Robobay though. As soon as we have the gas, that is.
Playing Stalker to deny some vision.
So the top of the map, trying to scout everything we can, Jaxx is.
And so far, this could be a 7k game from both sides. This could be Serral against Max Pack. SRL, Serral, basically the same.
Basically the same.
Oh.
Surrounded the Adept, but the Adept manages to slip through.
Still microing. And Jaxx making 8 drones on the back of this. That's a lot of drones at the same time. That means he's been slipping on the macro a little bit.
Well,
hey,
it happens. Especially at this level, I think.
7k?
I think it's half that, but...
Ooh, and Ezreal, stop making probes altogether.
Well, probes are overrated when you have adepts and a war prism.
At 32 probes he stops. That's high test.
That's no Lin. By any means.
I guess Ezreal isn't capping at this point. He's not capping.
Is not capping for sure.
And I'm feeling PigPan being very, very scared at this point. I mean, I know you're already 6-0 down, but this getting close to 7-0. But on the back of it, he's getting a Roach Warren, so he should be ready.
Now we have spores for the possible follow-ups. I think these spores are blind spores and therefore a little bit too early. I don't think Jaxx is scouting correctly what is happening, but he will have roaches just in time for the defense.
He is massively supply blocked right now, though.
That's a very good supply block, yes. Very, very strong.
Yeah, so he instantly goes for Lair instead of making roaches because he can't make roaches. He can make roaches now because he's losing off the drones.
Well, losing drones is one way to free up supply. He also had 2 overloads in the queue, and I don't think he really has all that he needs to defend against these many adepts. He has a wall, but he will lose his third, and these adepts are still gonna be annoying on the front wall as well, killing the queen they are, and then they can probably kill this roach warren, to be absolutely fair.
Yeah, I think he can, and he already killed 10 drones, and he's back into pro production on the back of it. I'd love to see a third base from SRL and some immortals, but right now he's doing great with the damage he's done.
Yeah, and beside the 10, the 8 or 10 roaches that Jaxx managed to squeeze out, that's just it. He cannot build any more of those, and it's just links, which are not really good against adepts, it turns out. Still, the
I'm
roaches,
feeling like SRL will win this without a follow-up even. He's just doing it right now.
he just needs to warp in a few more rounds of adepts, and he should be able to close this game out. But I don't think he's doing that. He's going into full macro. A third base is on the way. Forge is on the way. Losing all the adepts is SRL. Destabilizes the game a little bit, but massively in favor of SRL.
Yeah, he's getting up to third base, but he did lose lots of the adepts, and I really didn't expect that. So
All
that
of
was
the
kind of a costly loss. And now Jaxx is free to counterattack.
Yeah,
Don't know where
the only
the
thing
Warp
that
Prism is.
Jaxx can do at the moment is to counterattack, because otherwise you just slowly lose the game. So he needs to find some very good damage here. He thinks about going into... Oh my, that's an undefended wall.
That is an undefended wall. And SRL has nothing in his probe lines to defend. No batteries, no units.
Nice split on the units. We have 3 groups of Zerglings, one working on the wall, the other 2 going for the probes, and that's a 26, 28 and counting probes going down.
This is going from bad to worse.
That is
Man.
massive.
That's massive.
From a probably Jaxx has no way back into this game, into now they are both very low on economy, and SRL is so all in at this point with so few probes. I don't think he can really muster a macro game out of this unless Jaxx.
The only thing he has going right now for him is that he has a bigger army. So it's do or die with going across the map. And Jaxx is making probes, making drones, and not army. So there's one chance for SRL.
Yeah, but these roaches will see the move out, and I think with this much time, I think that Jaxx will be able to muster at least a few Zerglings to try and counter.
But remember, we thought it was over in favor of SRL, then in favor of Jaxx. So maybe, just maybe, our PigPan player, SRL, who's a legend, might be able to do it right now.
He might be. We still have the warp gate, who's warping in sentries. Very, very good. I like that call.
Okay. Oh, 3 roaches.
Yeah, that's a good catch. But these zealots, they do not have speed so far. It's blink on the research tab.
It's all about the immortal focus firing the roaches right now.
The roaches correctly. The queen is trying its best to hold up the zealots.
He's losing the zealots for kind of free.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Okay.
Drone
There he
pool.
goes.
This is a very tough army to crack for Zerg, but it's doable with this many roaches, and the immortal is getting basically swarmed by the drones.
Yeah, some nice macro by SRL, but pulling the drones by Jaxx is just a very smart thing to do. He knows he's up 30 workers, and his army is the same, so it's just a smart call.
He also knows that he can rebuild the worker count so much quicker than his opponent, because he denied the third base, and he still has all his bases sort of intact. Plus unfinished for Jaxx, who didn't cancel his upgrades, oddly enough, to try and defend even better, and now has, I think it's some upgrade. Yeah.
Jaxx was in it for the macro game. He knew he could hold the attack, and now he can switch into Lurker Viper.
He had the foresight.
He had the foresight. I mean, Jaxx can do whatever he wants now. I am going to call it in favor of PigPan, and that's not something I like to do.
Picking a fourth base is Jaxx. That is a very smart thing to do, because you know you cannot break this wall from Protoss. You scouted that it's a solid wall, it can be re-walled by a 3x3 structure, and at this time we do have a shield battery on the wall, so it's basically unbreakable. In time,
I can tell if you're joking there. This it's basically impregnable. He's going into the late game. No hive yet, but we'll see it any second now.
yes, it's basically impregnable by roaches. If it kills any other unit, that wall is basically useless.
Two adepts and a battery can hold thousands of zerglings and roaches. That's a fact. Protoss is kind of OP.
Protoss is OP, as we all know.
It's kind of OP. It's not really OP. I'm a Protoss player, so I can't actually admit it's OP.
Swooping creep all over the map is Jaxx, trying to scout and force his opponent not to take any more bases. I really like that move. He's playing very, very consistently so far. Still, this attack with the Immortal and the 2 Stalkers is going to deal a little bit more trouble.
Yeah, I really like Jaxx's hold, but right now he's just giving Ezreal time to get back into the game.
Yeah, he needs to move some more Ravagers and trying to bust at least the 3rd base if it has been rebuilt, or this very weak pylon. If this pylon goes down, I think it will be very hard to hold the wall.
Yeah, he's moving his army across the map right now. It's almost 90 army supply, or 94 army supply against 40. So I think Jaxx can definitely kill the 3rd and maybe end the game.
Yeah, SRL tried very hard to get back into the macro game, but he had to sacrifice something, and that something was the army supply, and it shows with the army supply being as low as it is. Well, Immortals are very good against roaches, so...
Well, he walks into his own bile,
Oh.
and he was feeling a bit scared of the Immortal, visibly.
Yeah.
Guardian Shield. Oh, he's... Nice micro by Ezreal. Okay, but...
Guardian Shield is popped. The army is sandwiched between 2 fires, and...
2 Immortals from the top. Beautiful force fields by Ezreal. Brilliant Warp Prism micro. I think he can hold this.
He will be able to hold this, but he will take some losses.
Yeah, he did. He did lose 13 workers again. 13 workers lost.
You should have just committed into the Nexus. Maybe killing the Nexus. You cannot kill the Immortal when it's being juggled. They're not roaches.
If you look at the reinforcements and the supply, look at the supply.
Oh, the soup that never lies.
It never lies.
Still, you could have killed the Nexus. Come on, it's
Don't
5
kill the
HP.
Nexus. Don't kill the Nexus.
That's
very
5
smart.
HP.
He's still thinking about the late game switch into a Viper Broodlord. So that's smart.
More Zerglings rushing through.
GG, called the Ezreal.